Good morning, my friends, and welcome back to Coffee Talk. I am Coach Roxanne, and you are joining me live on the Better Body Fitness fan page. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Thursday. Again, I feel like I'm going to be able to say this for, hold on here. I feel like I'm going to be able to say this for weeks to come is the weather here is absolutely gorgeous. I don't know where you are in the United States, but if you're here in Wisconsin, like 90s, 80s, it has been beautiful. I have to say, I don't think we're going to be cutting the grass very much because it's dying. Good morning. And I feel like I'm not going to be able to see comments today, which is totally going to stink. But I feel like that's just the way my day is going to go. My computer is not being friendly. Good morning from the gym, Nikki. I love it. Unless I keep refreshing my screen, and that's just going to be a crazy hassle. So tech issues, I seem to have a lot of them. Good morning, Heidi. I love watching live. I'm so happy to hear that. Victoria, good morning. If I didn't say your name, it's just because I cannot see it, my friends, and I do apologize. Good morning, good morning, good morning. And I definitely know there are some of you out there. Now I might be able to see. Michelle, good morning. Julie, good morning. Tammy, Victoria, Corey, Amber. I'm so excited to be able to catch up and watch live again. Stacy, good morning. I love it. Beth, happy Thirsty Thursday. Lisa, good morning. Nicole, good morning. I have a question for any of you that milk foam. So you're going to laugh, but I've jokingly in this past week told people, Deanna, good morning, how I drink or eat sometimes questionable foods. Well, my milk is questionably 2 weeks overdue. And today when I made my milk foam, Jody, good morning, it dissolved instantly. Like I sat here listening to it fizzle out and literally dissolve before my eyes. So my question to you is, if your milk is old, does it dissolve faster? Ashley, good morning. I love it, my friends. I love it. All right, the title of today's video might seem a little familiar. It's called Change Requires Change, Part 2, because I believe it was on Tuesday that we did Change Requires Change. And I had so many notes that I had taken that I wanted to talk to you about that I never even got to. So today I'm going to go back and I'm going to talk a little bit more about that. Carrie, good morning. She's got baseball this weekend. Sue, good morning. I love it. All right. So here was a quote, and this is by Wayne Dyer, and I thought it was so good. If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. And isn't that just so true? I want to say that one more time. And really, if you have time to write it down or go back and look it up later, this is a very powerful quote. If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Your attitude determines your actions. I feel like I could beat this every single day. I could repeat this over and over and over. Your attitude determines your actions. Do you walk around, literally, do you walk around Eeyore? Or are you excited? How do you approach anything or everything in your life? Do you have the Eeyore attitude? Or do you have I'm going to do it no matter what it takes, and I'm going to do it with joy? I'm going to tell you, your results will be so much better if you approach things with joy. But if you have that Eeyore mentality, it never works. I never get any results. You are never going to get any results. It doesn't matter. I swear, you could eat everything right. You could work out just like you're supposed to. But if you have that mental attitude, nothing for you is going to change. Nothing for you is going to change. You have to have a positive attitude. And that might sound like a bunch of hooey to you, but I swear it's true. I mean, check back. If you change that today, check back with me in 60 days. Check back with me in 90 days. Don't tell me next week. I want to hear from you in a couple of months. I want to know if that really changed for you. Change requires change. So number one, are you even ready for change? I really want you to take that question seriously. I want you to take the next week to ponder that question. Are you even ready for change? Are you ready to do what it takes to change, aka the mindset? Are you ready to change this? Are you ready to stop saying the things like, I've always been this. I guess this is just the weight I'm going to be. I guess this is just how I'm destined to be for the rest. Do you continually say those things? If you do, you're right. You're right. Whatever you say, You're right. I could never coach you out of that. There is not a tip, a diet, a workout that I could give you that would change what you say to yourself. You have to change it. You have to change it. I was an Eeyore for many years. I was an Eeyore. I have a thyroid issue. My doctor told me I can't lose any weight. I'm older now. My hormones. I can't lose any weight. BS. You got to talk yourself out of it. I learned, it must have been about 20 years ago when I started eating right and moving and believing that I could change, regardless of what the doctors told me, because they told me I probably wasn't going to be able to lose any weight, but I should eat healthy and exercise anyway. And I did. But I told myself I can lose the weight and I'm going to lose the weight. I have been on thyroid medication for 20 years. Do I think it works? Not really. But I've been on it and I'm too afraid to get off of it because the side effects of getting off of it could be great, could be even worse than what I experience now. But I still believe that I can do it. I believe I can do it. Even when things stall out, even when I don't see the scale change. And normally it's because I have to take a bigger look in the mirror at what I'm doing. I've been stalled out since my vacation. I have not been as diligent and as disciplined as I was before vacation. It's just true. The weekends have been a little more wild. My late night snacking was a little more wild. And then this past weekend, Chuck and I said, what are we doing? What are we doing? And here we are 4 days later. I'm already seeing changes in my body. It all depends on what you tell yourself you're capable of and telling yourself the truth. So are you even ready for change? Again, the most important question you can ask yourself. Hold on, I've got some comments here. Kim, good morning. Beth, amen. Ditterville, good morning. Lori, confession time. My whole body changed when I stopped eating everything. And when you can finally get this to go along with what you're doing, your results will be exponential. They will be. Well, you know, this is so funny. I say whether you believe me or not, that's half the battle. It's not even believing me. It's believing in you. It's believing you. It's taking what I'm saying and being like, yes, I can do this. I am not going to fall back on the same things that I've been telling myself for the past 5, 10, or 15 years. You have to change your vocabulary. You have to change the way you talk to yourself. If you don't, you're probably going to get what you always got. You're probably going to get what you always told yourself. Debbie, good morning. Are you ready to add good habits? Are you ready to be disciplined? Are you ready to stop using the same excuses that you've always used? Number 2, are you committed to giving your all? Now, giving your all means being honest about what that is. Are you committed to giving your all? Veda, good morning. Carrie, good morning. What are you committed to? When you say I'm committed to doing everything, and I am doing it, are you really? And I know that pulls, right? Doesn't that just kind of trigger you a little bit? Like I'm calling you out, but I'm not calling you out. You are really the only person who can call you out. If you're being triggered, there's probably something in your mind that's saying, has she been reading my diary again? Only you know the truth. And again, I can ask you the hard questions. It's not for me to put you down. It's not for me to build you up. It's for me to guide you. Only you know the truth of your situation. So are you committed to giving your all? These are your 2 questions, right? Are you even ready for change? And are you committed to giving your all? Because that's what it's going to take. That's what it's going to take to get results. You know, these 21 days, I use them for a sprint. And then the week we have off, I don't take off. I just slow down a little bit. I just slow down. Maybe I let a couple more treats in. Maybe we let a treat day in, a free day, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. But I don't do stuff so crazy that I outwork the work of my 21 days because it is really easy to do that. I just slow down a little bit. Right now, we're 4 days into the next 21-day challenge and I am sprinting. I've got some big goals I want to achieve this summer. Why this summer? Because I don't ever do a lot in the summer. I don't ever really try and achieve my goals in the summer. Why? Because I've always had the same excuses. It's nice out. I want margaritas. It's nice out. I want s'mores. It's nice out. I want to go walk the city deck and have burgers. I've used the same excuses over and over and over every single summer my whole life. We're going camping. I don't want to have to pay attention to what I eat. Yet here I am camping for 3 days, 72 hours of my week, downing cocktails and burgers and chips, not eating any fruit, not eating any vegetables, not getting my water in, not getting my exercise in. I'm not saying you have to deprive yourself of these things. What I'm saying is if you really want results, you're going to have to do it in the summer too, and it's going to take discipline. Now, if you want to be more of a sprinter in the winter and slow down in the summer, I totally get that. You just can't shut it off. You can't shut it off. Otherwise, by the end of summer, you're going to have to work twice as hard to work off the yo-yo that you've created in the past year. Again, your attitude determines your actions. Do you go into your camping weekend or any weekend, do you go into the weekend saying, I feel so good about myself, I don't want to lose momentum? Or do you say, it's the weekend, I don't want to have to think about nutrition. I don't want to have to think about my workouts. Because if that's what you're saying, that's what's going to happen. And I could guarantee, because I know you ladies, you're going to get on that scale Monday. You're going to be sad. You're going to be frustrated. You're going to be overwhelmed because you didn't expect your weekend to do the damage that it did. Been there, done that. Been there, done that. Hold on here. I know I've got some more comments here. Shelly, I'm doing the same thing. 21 days, bust ass, week or two off. I still do the 4 S's, but I do allow a treat or two during it or a drink or two, but only 1 or 2, no more. Exactly. Sprint, let off a little bit. Sprint, let off a little bit. When Chuck and I were training for our half marathon and I first started out, it was rough going. I couldn't run 4 miles at a time. So what did I do? I'd run a half mile. I'd walk a half mile. I'd run a half mile. I'd walk a half mile. That's what this is. I was still going at a pace to get results. I wasn't killing myself and I wasn't totally giving up. I was running and walking, and that's okay. Beth, I do the same thing. Beth, very vulnerable here. I lost my mom when I was 20. Then 5 months after, I was kidnapped and raped. 5 years later, and I have to say this without shedding a tear, my friend. 5 years later, my dad was diagnosed with ALS and is still battling 12 years later. People ask me how I do it. Honestly, it's all about mindset and how you look at life. I had to work so hard at it, and I still do. I could have just shut down and went into a very dark place, but never allowed myself to go there. You are probably one of the strongest people I know, and I really have to keep or I'm going to lose it, my friend. You are one of the strongest people I know. I know people who have dealt with so much worse. How many of you, and how many of you have had an injury and given up? I've seen it happen so many times over my life. Hurt a foot, had to have, and just give up. We give up instead of focusing on the thing. Anytime anybody's ever said to me, I'm going to be off for 8 weeks, I have to have surgery, what do you recommend? What I recommend is pick up a couple mindset books and focus on your nutrition. Do they do it? Not often. Not often. Why? Because change requires change, and that is not something we're always wanting to face. It's hard to put in the work. It's so hard. But that is where your best results will be. I don't care what, some of us have some of the lamest excuses. We do, let's be honest. And then we hear someone like Beth, and boy, doesn't it make us question everything that is holding us back right now in this moment? What do we really have that's holding us back? Right here. That's it. You can say it's something else. You can blame your spouse. You can blame your parents. You can blame your past. You can even put it on your children. But at the end of the day, where there's a will, there's a way. Where there is a will, there's a way. If you want it, you will find a way. Amy, off topic, but I have to share. I started BBF at the beginning of the school year. As I was cleaning my desk yesterday, I found my school pick. The difference I see in myself from the beginning of the year to now is amazing. Thank you, Chuck and Roxanne, for everything you do. I love that. We had another testimony like that yesterday. I cannot even tell you how many testimonies I've gotten in the past week with teachers who started this at the beginning of the school year, people who are putting on bathing suits for the first time, people who are going back to the office and wearing clothes that they thought they wouldn't be able to get in ever again. Like, it has been such a joyful week, my friends, so joyful. So where is your mindset? Is it, I just can't? Fill in the blank for yourself. Or is it, I will? Fill in the blank for yourself. Those words will determine everything. I just can't. What is it? Or I will. Are you subconsciously looking for a way out? Self-sabotage. Are you secretly self-sabotaging yourself? I've done it. I've done it. I know what that looks like. I will eat healthy snacks at the end of the day, every day for weeks, and wonder why my weight isn't changing. Wonder why my pants aren't getting any looser. Wondering why my midsection feels so bloated. And I'll do it, and I'll do it, and I'll do it until I finally get to a spot where I have to look myself in the mirror. I gotta get naked. I gotta get naked to look in the mirror and be like, Roxanne, what the hell are you doing? What are you doing? You're working so hard. You're showing up for your boot camps. You're doing your smoothies. You're doing your steps. You're doing your water. Why are you self-sabotaging yourself at the end of the day? Why are you self-sabotaging yourself on the weekends? And you know what the answer is? It's my comfort zone. It's what I used to do 20 years ago, and my body still, my mind still wants to pull me back to those things because they're comfortable. Because it's what I've always done. When I'm sitting on the couch at the end of the day and I'm bored and my mind is like, oh, go ahead. Go do it. Go have that glass of wine. You worked hard for it. You deserve it. Every part of me wants to do it because it's my old comfort zone. My new habit is, no, I don't need that. I can have a Zevia and be just fine. I just got done eating supper an hour ago. I don't need to eat more food. It's just my comfort zone. It's just my comfort zone, and your body will pull you back to it. Lisa, passed down from my mama. When there is a will, there is a way. And exactly, right? Where there is a will, when you tell yourself you want something bad enough, nothing can stop you. Nothing can stop you. Are you putting obstacles in your own way that aren't really obstacles? AKA self-sabotage. When we put those little obstacles in our way, I'm not a morning person. I have too much going on. My kids don't like to eat that. Yes, those are obstacles that we sometimes put in our own way. It's just our comfort zone. Change requires change. We're doing a 5-day sugar detox. And it's crazy when people are talking about cleaning out their cupboards, right? What did they say? My family is going to kill me. I remember when I first did that, it was really tough. It was really tough, but we all survived. My kids learned that they had to go to fruits. They had to go to fruits or make themselves a peanut butter and jelly sandwich instead of going for the Little Debbie's or the cookies or the brownies. They actually had to do something or had to have something healthy. Why is it so hard? Because we've never made them do it before. Boy, I feel like I need to wrap this up, my friends. Without the mental education, it won't matter what you do. You have to mentally educate yourself. That positivity and knowing that what you want is possible. It is possible. Set a goal. How many of you have stopped setting goals because you just don't want to fail? It isn't failure. It's lessons. You can do this. We have to stop being so focused on well, if I eat this, I will do this. And then a week later, oh, it doesn't pay for me to eat healthy because I won't get results. Right there, and right there, what you think and what you say, you're right. If you say you won't get results, you won't. You won't. You will find a reason why you can't and why things won't work for you. You have to change the verbiage and the mindset. Are you excited about your journey? Are you excited? Are you excited to get to your workout? Are you excited to drink your water? Are you excited to do your smoothie? If you have I have to do another smoothie. I have to go. You're right. It's not going to last, and you're probably not going to get results. When you get excited, the results will follow. When you get excited, I'm telling you, that excitement spreads to other areas of your life and maybe even other people in your life. You got to be excited about the journey. It just doesn't happen. Ashley, just in the last few days, this group has given me so many positive vibes. My whole mindset took a 180. Love that. Chuck here. This might be your best coffee talk ever. If you enjoyed this, can we get a heck yes in the comments? Susan, Amy, Corey, heck yes. Ashley, heck yes. Whoa, Lori, Jill, Beth, Cindy, Julie, Carrie. Every day it hits home. I love that. Susan, I needed to hear this today. Thank you. Protect your mindset. Your reactions become your actions. Your reactions become your actions. Stacy, heck yes. All right, my friends, that's where I'm going to leave it. Join Coach Chuck and I tomorrow morning, 7 a.m., Coffee Nuggets. Join Coach Chuck at noon today. Saturday, we have our Weekend Warrior going out at 7:30 a.m. We would love for you to join us. And we would love for you to invite friends to follow us on this page. Invite them to like and follow. Let's spread this joy around. I don't want to keep it all to myself. I want to spread the love. I want to spread it around. Nicole, I used to dread working out, and now I'm so excited to move my body. I love that. We got even more heck yeses. You guys are the best. All right. I'm signing off. I love you all.
Spread it like peanut butter.
Spread it like peanut butter. Lisa, hold on. What do you got? I bring my coffee talks to work most days. The girls love it. I love that. I love it. You guys are just, I love this community. There has never been another community like this. All right, my friends, go out and have a fantastic day. I will see you tomorrow.